got 7 o'clock.
I got 7 too.
Time to call to order the Village of Armada Planning Commission regular meeting for August 21st, 2023. Rise for the pledge. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America,
and
to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Belkey,
Here.
Henderson here, Shaw,
Here.
Grand,
Here.
Petty Jacek,
Here.
Patterson absent.
Absent. Next on the agenda is approval of the agenda, and we need to amend it because we need to correct the motion last time for one of the parcel numbers that we said in the motion was incorrect. So if someone could just make a motion to add,
What's the parcel number?
Well, you just have to amend the agenda, so you have to add something to add it first, to
Yeah.
add it to the agenda.
Oh, okay.
so we'll just make a motion to add the correction.
Okay.
Something like that.
So you want a motion?
Yes,
Yes.
please.
All right, I'll make a motion that we change the agenda for the mistake that we made on the parcel number, whatever the parcel number is.
Okay.
Will that work?
No, we have to just make the motion to add that item to the agenda. Then we'll get to that item on the agenda, then we'll make the correct motion. So just motion to amend the agenda, add item 6 or whatever.
That was mine.
All right, I make the motion to amend
The agenda,
the agenda
add item.
and add item for the agenda,
To correct
to correct
a former motion.
a former motion.
Okay? That works?
I'll second that.
Okay, I'm gonna put that in right after the meeting minutes. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Next on the agenda is approval of the meeting minutes, July 17th, 2023.
I'll make a motion that we accept the minutes as presented on July 17th, 2023.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. So the next item is the correction, and what happened is when we made the motion last time about the special approval land use, we made a point to include the parcel numbers for the 2 parcels in question, and one of those parcel numbers was incorrect. So the parcel we need to correct, if you look in your minutes, it's the second parcel number. It's the last set of 3 digits says 124-026, it should be 126026, right?
Correct.
So if someone could just make a motion to that effect, that we need to correct parcel number blah blah, that access is on Ridge Road regarding the SALU application, July.
I don't have the numbers, so we can get it right.
Do you have the minutes?
No, I don't.
Yeah, I'm looking at them right now.
Okay. It's in the minutes.
So it is the correct one, is the 026, the last one is correct now,
The
No.
026 is right, the 124 is wrong.
is wrong.
So that should be 018.
The 018 is correct, there's 2 parcels.
Okay.
The second parcel ID, the last 6 digits are 126026.
Oh, 1, 2, okay.
126026.
Yes.
26. All right, I'll make a motion that the special approval land use requested by the Armada Ag Society regarding parcel 25-02-24-126, Ridge Road access, to allow for the society to rent the fairgrounds for special events with the following conditions. Do I need to?
No, you could actually just say we're gonna amend that motion, parcel 250224124026 to blah, blah,
And then
blah.
put the correct information.
Yeah, you don't have to
We're just
read the whole
correcting
motion.
the parcel number in the
Right.
motion.
Okay. All right, so I make a motion that we correct parcel number 25-02-24-126 from the special approval land use
To we're gonna correct it to,
It,
It is, that is, I gave the correct one, didn't I?
yeah, but you, okay.
alright, let's start over.
Okay.
Let's start with motion to correct the parcel IDs.
Give the incorrect one and then correction to
Correct.
this one. So, no question later.
Motion
And the
to
last
correct
three
the
digits
parcel
are
IDs
026.
in the SALU for Armada Fairgrounds.
Motion to correct partial,
Parcel IDs in SALU for Armada Fairgrounds on July 17th, 2023 from parcel ID, the incorrect one,
25, 02, 24, 124, 026.
to 25, 02, 24, 126, 026.
okay. So you want me to make the motion again?
Yes, please.
All right, I make a motion to correct the partial
Parcel.
in SLAU for the Armada Fairgrounds. And the parcel number was 25-02-24-124026, and we're correcting it to be 25-02-24-126.
Dash,
126.
yeah, dash.
Dash 126.
The last three.
You need the last three numbers. Dash 126.
126-026.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Not 26.
126-026.
Correct. Second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Ooh, that's tough.
Okay.
I don't like doing it.
That's why we leave the big decisions over to you, so.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
So any public comment? Seeing no public present, we will move on to number 7, zoning ordinance review. Tonight we're going to look at Article 22 and 23. So 22 has to do with nonconformities, conformities.
You got an extra move back?
Oops, wrong one. Right one.
Thank you. Article 22.
22. Anybody have any comments?
Sorry for the headache I got from reading it.
Then I found it, I had to read it twice, but I think I got it the second time. I think for 2201E, established classifications, this was not really clear to me, and because when I read it, uses of land, and then in parentheses it says Class A, Class B, that distinguishes between nonconformities that are not desirable. And that, normally when you read like those things that match like that, Class A should really be first, then the explanation, and Class B should be second, and it's not that way. So I was going to suggest that we break it up into two things to recognize that certain nonconformities may not have a significant adverse impact upon nearby properties or the public health, safety, and welfare.
Let me make a copy of that for everybody to read from.
Okay. So I just wanted to say that Class A is, are those nonconformities that are subject to specific conditions designed to enhance, just change it a little bit so that it's more clear what A is and what B is, and you don't have to guess. She's gonna get that. And then my other suggestion was on F, that first one, the further purpose of the articles permit, blah, blah, until they cease or are removed, and two, that and two with the semicolon doesn't
Right.
really, I think that should be, we should stop after remove.
And
Oh, I'll put it in too.
Just eliminate the and two.
Yeah, I would eliminate, because it doesn't make sense when the, and the other thing I would do is, I would conform, like, these are, change the order of those 4 elements so that they match the order in which they show up in the paren, so that everything sort of, so lots of record would be, actually, I'm not gonna do that. What I'm gonna do is I wanna arrange it, align it so that it goes with, each one of those has a section. Like on here, it says uses of land is 22.2.
Right.
If we just put them in the order that they appear. So we change everything so that it conforms to the order that they appear. It's less confusing. 2203 is non-conforming structures, so that would be number 2 on the list. It just makes it easier for the reader to follow.
Okay.
And then lots of record would be, which is 2204 would be the 3rd one, you know, and so on. It's on my little paper there that I passed out.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Sure.
I'm
What
just
was
going,
what you were saying while I was gone after you said, well, I was making copies about
I just wanted to break it up so that there was a better definition of what A and B are. I know it's in the definitions in the back, but it's not, it wasn't clear to me in the paragraph. So I just wanted to, after uses of land, Class A and Class B, then start a new sentence that says, Class A includes those nonconformities that may be designated to be perpetuated and improved, subject to certain conditions designed to enhance the character of the neighborhood and protect the adjacent properties, period. Class B includes those nonconformities that are undesirable and should be eliminated as rapidly as possible, period. So that just sort of,
Just spells it out better.
yeah, because
It's not as
it's like one long sentence with some
Right.
parens and a bunch of commas, and I got lost in it a couple times.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Does that make sense to you? Okay, and then for F, I would just until, like on the end of that second header sentence, until they cease or are removed, and then it says and to with a semicolon. It doesn't really, I don't think that's a complete thought, and I would just delete that and to, and are removed, period, and then we go through the
The listings.
4 different types.
Right. Yeah, that's good too.
I mean, those are just writer things.
Yeah.
Well, the N2 refers to how that starts, so.
That didn't make sense to me,
And to address the circumstances under which lots of records may be developed that do not conform to.
And to permit, and to encourage.
That's
I
what
get
that goes to.
Okay,
I don't think it adds or takes anything away, but that is what the purpose of the article is to address the circumstances under which, to permit construction, to.
Okay.
okay, then I'm
I
fine
should
with
probably
that.
just leave it.
Yeah, okay, so leave that. But I would put them in order, like, so the first one would be in the paren in that line, uses of land, structures, lots of
I'll
record.
reorder that too, yeah.
Yeah, so that everything matches the way they're already numbered, that way we
In
don't
the
have to
book,
change
right.
the big numbered ones. Is everybody good with that?
Yep.
So in 2204, non-conforming lots of record A, I had a note on here the first time I read it that maybe, it says that for create one, that a lot of records shall not be divided in a manner that would increase its, can ZBA do that?
Where are you at? I don't.
Sorry,
2204.
2204A.
Oh, no.
Division of lots of
Sorry,
record,
I
right?
got it there.
Can ZBA do that?
What?
And should we say that? That shall not be divided in a manner that would increase its nonconformity, cause an existing structure or site improvement to become non-conforming, or create one or more non-conforming lots?
What do you
Unless,
mean, can ZBA do that? ZBA couldn't do that.
they can't make a,
ZBA doesn't do lot splits, we do,
well, we had that.
ZBA used to,
but they don't.
but now doesn't council?
No, planning.
Planning does it now?
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
Then,
It's
no,
been a
that's
while,
not-
so I don't think ZBA does that now.
Yeah, no, planning does that, and we can't allow a lot split that would allow a non-conformity.
We can.
We can't. We cannot allow a lot split that creates a nonconformity.
Well, we had that one that we did on Fulton, it had, it created two lots that didn't,
They were standard sized lots.
the one wasn't, it had like a 50-foot front.
We didn't approve that till after he got the variance.
Okay, good.
So he can get a variance.
Once you got the variance, and there's circumstances you can get the variance.
Okay, that's what I was
Right,
gonna ask.
but if a piece of property is 150 feet wide, you can't make one 100 and one 50
Right.
and create that 50 foot and then tell that person go get the variance because the beginning structure was wide enough to split into two conforming lots. But on Fulton, it wasn't. It didn't exist already, so
Started
that's
out as non-conforming.
correct,
I got it, that's
So-
completely different.
yes.
All right. Okay. Anybody have anything? I have a couple of typos. You got a couple typos? or something?
None of these pages, yeah.
Well, I
Maybe
found-
missed them.
On 22-6,
Oh, that might be where I'm at.
B, 5,
Yep,
if the application was initiated by the,
yep,
and then
Oh,
same thing,
by the,
same thing in 6, they've done it,
Yep.
they've done it twice.
yep.
by the.
By the.
Wait, and, oh, you might be on the same one. And then G, you're a page different than I am.
G2,
G2, yep.
okay, it says on the last line, ordinance 4.
Yep.
Gotta add 4. And this one down here, is just on a, I didn't understand, substitution of non-conforming uses of land,
Oh,
2207. Substitute one non-conforming use of land for another non-conforming use of land on the same lot? Is there an example of that?
I don't know that the village, I don't know that we have a spot I can particularly, if you have a piece of property that's already non-conforming, I guess maybe that old, that insurance building on Fulton, that's a non-conforming lot.
Yeah,
But every time it changes, it's still a non-conforming use, but it's because it's a non-conforming lot.
Oh, I get it, oh,
We're
I
kind
get
of
it, okay.
stuck. You're allowed to allow it to change, but you're changing it still another non-conforming
I
because.
got it, so if it's a small business and a
Correct.
different, I got it, I didn't understand.
Basically, it's allowing you, if it's non-conforming, to change it, even though what you're changing it to is going to be
It's still not
non-conforming.
conforming.
I got it. Okay. Anybody else have anything in 22?
I don't have anything.
I don't.
No? Beck?
Not in 22.
Okay, so the next one is 23. For this one, I think we just need to update it to our current composition of 5 rather than 7
Yeah,
members. So on 23.02A, the first line, it says shall consist of 7, which we need to change to 5.
the other thing we'll also change is in the very first paragraph, but I'll have Brian tell me which one it goes to.
Okay.
Those refer to the wrong, the acts have been amended. So
Oh, good.
he'll have to put in their public act, 83 of 2006, amended in by, or whatever. He'll know the right numbers to stick in there. That will be amended.
All right.
Okay.
Those refer to the old public acts.
Okay. And then, I had a question about B, because,
So do I.
yeah, 2 members who are not qualified electors.
When you had 7, 2 was okay. But you're down to 5, I don't know that I'd recommend 2.
Right.
That means 2 people that don't live in the village
Can be on the planning.
can be on your planning commission. Now,
Can be or cannot?
Can be the
Can
way
be.
it's written. The way, ideally, they would suggest, and council would probably only put forth, a business owner, somebody with an interest in the village, but they don't necessarily have to. But when you're down to 5, 2's kind of a lot of that
That is a
number.
lot, yeah.
So,
Do you go 1 or 0 or just one voice loud?
I would always allow one if it were me, and this is just a me thing, only because if you're having problems filling your board and a business person's willing to help, or,
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
at least it gives you a one.
Little leeway.
Council doesn't have to approve that person. Council truly appoints a person to the planning commission, so.
Yeah, okay, so I recommend we change that to one.
One member.
So we're on the same page, 2402B?
Yes.
Okay.
Then I had a question about, I think these are just typos, or, is it May?
2302, right?
Yes, 2302B, right.
Oh, on
23 or
23.
24?
23,
We're on 23.
2302.
2302B.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it?
I'm there, yeah, I'm there right now, yeah.
Okay, so section 2304, first paragraph, third line from the bottom. The commission shall hold at 4 regular meetings,
At least 4.
at least 4.
Mhm.
So you're gonna add least in there?
Correct.
Yeah, and then also it said regular meeting, I think we should make that plural, regular meetings.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Who makes the annual written, who does the annual written report?
Actually, I will go through the minutes, and I'll create how many meetings you had, how many site plans you approved, how many SLUs you did, member change, whatever that, and it's brought here to the first meeting in January, and the planning commission looks at it, agrees, disagrees, whatever,
Okay.
and then it's by motion, and then it goes to council. So truly, the planning commission makes it.
Okay. So, anything else? Anybody have anything else on 23?
Same thing on 2306, where it references the act, he'll fix that too.
Thank you. He has a lot to get back to us, doesn't he?
I haven't, I didn't send him because we never went over amongst ourselves 18 and 19 or ever decided that we're going to go with the changes they recommended. That was the two that they were here for.
18 and 19?
Yeah, the planners came for.
Right.
We never officially, because originally at that meeting, we said, well, I'll relook at those chapters based on what they said and see if anything makes more sense, or
Okay.
we just wanna go with what they said. So that's truly that's as far back as we are. We
Okay.
haven't sent them anything because nobody said, yeah, we're just gonna go with what they said, and I'm gonna have them type it up that way.
I think I'm okay with Article 19 taking their recommendations for that. That's the site
Oh,
plan.
yeah, 19 and 20, that it is. It's not
Okay.
18, and the 18s are,
18 was the
Yeah.
site plan review.
yeah, so it's 19, what's 20?
19 and 20. I thought we said we were,
20 was planned, yeah, 19 and 20, so that's truly all, that's why that hasn't come back to us. And 18 is our site plan that we have to go over.
so we have 18 to do and 24 to do, and then we pretty much have gone through it. And
24, 25, the 25 is definitions, we have to decide if there's any we add or we change, and 26 is amending the zoning ordinance,
Oh, I didn't
So-
know we were looking at.
yeah.
Okay.
24, we're gonna get some clarification from the ZBA chair or a member, because their notes aren't real clear to us. So before we go over that here as a group, we're gonna get some clarification on that.
I think that's a good idea. They had gone through it based on their understanding of their job and made some edits, but the reference to our book isn't clear. So we
So you're talking about what Dennis submitted?
Yeah. Some of those references, you know, like the numbers and stuff don't correlate,
Okay.
and it's not really clear, so we're gonna have them sort of conform that to our actual text,
Okay.
and then that'll be easy, so. Okay, so then next time, we could look forward to doing 18,
Yeah.
24,
Truly 25 and 26 shouldn't be too bad.
25 and 26, okay, and then that'll be it.
18, 24, 25, and 26?
Yeah,
Yeah.
25 is definitions, and I think that might be kind of tricky I mean, how do you have to go back and look at each one as it's used in each, how do you,
Kind of,
that's a lot.
I guess, well,
I mean, there's 30 pages of definitions.
most times the definition in the back does match the definition in the book. My question would be, do we want to add any more? Do we want to, we wanted to add reoccupancy, so things like that that we talked about throughout throughout the other chapters. Kind of glance at the definitions, if something doesn't make sense to you,
Okay.
make a note of that, so that we can either clarify the definition, or if you think it's half a definition, or something else needs to be explained. On the fence part, where we did the 100% visibility, or whatever we did on the chain link fence, maybe we want to put that under the fence part, where we referred to that. So
What
some
was
of that-
that on the chain link?
Basically, we're not allowing them to put any of that stuff through a chain link fence. So with that vinyl stuff that weaves
Yeah,
through it,
okay.
we said it has to be I think we said 100% visibility.
I think we did.
Yeah, we did.
So, but just because the ordinance says 100% visibility.
The
somebody's-
privacy screen stuff like.
Yeah,
Right,
Yeah.
right, that they put through the chain link, we're not going to allow. But that somebody might not understand when we say 100% visibility, they're gonna say, well, chain link's visible, blah, 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 blah. So maybe that's the kind of stuff look for in the definitions. Do we need to add something or clear something else up that's already in there? So kind of read through them.
That'll take about a year.
yeah, that's a lot.
That's a big order.
It is a big one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And again, it's nothing that we can't, then if we know that that's our job, when the planners bring us everything printed back for us to review, as you're looking through that chapter, say, oh, wait, is that in the definitions? And you go back and
That's a
see.
good idea.
So,
Probably should have been doing that all along. Okay, and this is, amendment of the ordinance. Okay.
just, somebody had asked last time, so I specifically asked the planner, the whole process with this changing the zoning ordinance.
Mm-hmm.
So we do the text amendments, which is what we're doing now.
Yeah, I asked her.
Yep, then we're going to hold a public hearing. So anybody can come and speak their mind about any of the changes that we're talking about. Then we send it to council. Council can approve it or not approve it, but they don't have to hold another public hearing. We already held a public hearing, that's good. Then if a council approves it or when they approve it, then we have to put in the paper that we amended our zoning ordinance, and it does not take effect until 15 days after its publication. Yeah. Then the zoning ordinance would, as amended, would take effect.
Okay, and if they disapprove or
If they say, well, I don't like those changes, how about, if they come back with recommendations? But even if they come back with recommendations, we do not have to hold another public hearing. Just the one public hearing. So I did ask him.
Okay, thank you. Okay, anybody have anything else on the ordinance review? The next thing on the agenda is reports. The only one you might have, something is Becky.
I did have a lady come in today to pick up an application. She is interested in opening a florist in town. So we'll keep our fingers crossed and she may be out for next month,
Where was it?
over by the grocery store.
Oh, okay,
Oh, wonderful.
that'd be good. That'd be a nice addition.
Yeah. Well, since we went from having too many to not, none.
Right?
So,
The Cordy building?
in one of the Cordy buildings.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then maybe, if we did, if you see it. She wants to be on the next agenda, so hopefully.
In fact, I got a question for you. I don't know if this is the time to ask it or not. What's the property by the nursing home zone? Is that zone commercial or is that zone?
The nursing home is all R1.
Residential.
All R1?
Yes.
How many acres is that? Was that 30 or something I saw on this?
23, I would.
Well, I think the 23 is what's for sale.
Right.
Yeah, this is all R1.
So they're,
Let's
This is
tell
it.
Fritz to buy it and develop it.
Yeah, there he
Fred.
goes.
Oh,
Yeah, so, yes, they have like 23 acres.
it's for sale.
Yeah.
It will be an interesting development, anybody that decides to buy it, because they'll have to put in roads, they'll have to put in
Yeah,
water, sewer,
right, it's a big
whole
expenditure.
infrastructure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. But it is our one.
Have you heard anything back from the planner on Fritz's proposal?
He sent me an email, but I haven't called to talk to him because it was last week and I was busy. So
Okay.
Well, did Fritz end up submitting a new one?
He just, we had a meeting with Mike Shaw and Ross Belkey, the water commissioner, the president, myself, and Fritz. Just some more ideas that he's thrown out to see if they'd even be allowed before he go through the whole big
Right.
engineering and architecture and everything, so. See if there's anything that he wants to do that would fit or we could make fit.
So we sent it to the planner.
So I did, I sent it to him to get his, how, does it fit? If it doesn't fit, can we make it fit? What would it take to make it fit? Do we want to make it fit? So, again, I got an email back that he's done, he's looked at it, but I haven't had a chance to call him.
Okay.
Wonderful, thank you. So, anything else? Questions, reports? No? Okay, motion to adjourn.
So how do you do this again?
I'm gonna make a motion to adjourn at 7:30.
One.
And the time and the date, or do I just?
No, motion to adjourn.
Motion adjourned at 7:31.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, 7:31.
There was more ayes than.
Okay.